What the hell is pre-germinating grass seed, and how do you do it? I couldn't do much last year. I was so busy. I just didn't have a lot of time to do what I wanted to do. I wrote a book, a memoir, actually. It's called A Little Bit Broken. It is available on September 27th. Amazon, Indigo, Barnes & Noble. It's available everywhere. Basically, I am a 47-year-old man who wrote a book about feelings. There's a lot about grief, self-harm, self-doubt, and it's everything. It is every scar and secret and tear. I think you'll like it. It's cool. It's a cool book, and because I had to do that, I couldn't do this. It's still fine. It's okay. And I know, like, from here, everything looks great, but I just have these big circles of just garbage, like right there. But other than that, everything is like fine, I guess. But it's not great. It will be great again, but it's not great right now. But that's okay. So stupid. Why would you even put a pocket there? Those pockets are so stupid. What is that gonna do? That pocket can't do anything. Let's talk about pre-germinating grass seed. I had put down in the fall like 10 pounds per 1,000 of Champion GQ, like really great ryegrass. And it took beautifully. And then the winter happened. Everything that I had planted, I had lush going into the winter. It was lush. It just died. Spring came, snow melted, and it was gone. And it wasn't coming back. There was just nothing there. It's tough because it takes so much work to do all of this. And then you have one bad winter and everything you did in the fall is just gone. And I know that you are supposed to wait until the fall to do seed, but like so many other people, and I was just impatient, and I was like, I need to throw something down because I just can't live with dirt for the entire season. So even if half of it survives, that's fine. I started looking at pre-germinating seed. There's so much with lawn care that is leveling up. It's like first you learn about fertilizers, then you learn about pre-emergence, then you learn about plant growth regulators, all of this stuff. And then came pre-germinating grass seed. I'd never heard of this before. There's actually not a lot of stuff online on YouTube about pre-germinating grass seed. And I watched all the videos that I could. And then Lawn Tools did a video that I thought was awesome. And it was so informative and the results were so great. And I'm watching the video, and then I get to the part of the video where it's like,
I made a mistake. I did this wrong.
Okay, so I wrote them, and I was like, I know you screwed up. I'm definitely going to screw up. So please just talk to me like I'm an idiot and tell me exactly what to do. And here is the process, and I'm gonna try and say this as simple as I can. Grass seed, Home Depot bucket, paint strainer, hose. That's it. And then time. I scooped grass seed. I didn't measure, I didn't weigh, I didn't do anything. I filled one of those paint straining bags, tied it off with a zip tie on the top. Soak it, fill it, put a weight on top of it so that grass seed is in the bottom of the bucket and does not float up. Put a weight on top of it. Let that sit for 24 hours. After 24 hours, drain it. Everything in the bag is still soaking wet. Leave that bag of grass seed in that bucket with no water for 12 hours. After 12 hours, fill that bucket back up. Soak the grass seed again. Immediately drain it. All the water goes out of it. Take that soaking wet grass bag, Put it back in the bucket, no water. Leave that for 12 hours. Fill the bucket back up. So what you're doing is this. For the first 24 hours, that grass seed is submerged in water. After that, every 12 hours, soak it, drain it, soak it, drain it every 12 hours. I did that for about 4 days, opening it up, looking around. They started to get fuzzy. You could see little things poking out of it. When it starts to germinate, it's like you're on the clock with this stuff. It's like an avocado. You know that avocado joke where it's like, not ready, not ready, not ready, not ready. Eat me now! Grass seed is like that when you're pre-germinating. You mix it with, I still had 2 bags of Milorganite here, so you could mix it with some other organic fertilizer thing, I don't know. And so I filled a wheelbarrow Milorganite, and then I just started dumping these bags of seed into the Milorganite and then just mixing it by hand. And it took a while, just like mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing. And once it was mixed, I put it in my broadcast spreader, and then I realized that it was fine. It was still spreading. Didn't want to though, so I then put it back in a bucket and just started throwing it by hand and just filling spots. And I probably used like a full bag of Milorganite on maybe 1,000 square feet. So I really overdid it with the Milorganite. How fast did it grow? What you're looking at right now is 8 days after seed down. You can see where it's like super, super green. That's all the spots that had the grass seed with the Milorganite. I was mowing at 12 days after seed down. And where we are right now is 23 days after seed down. I've already mowed it twice, probably could have mowed it 3 or 4 times. It's just I'm not up here that often. Pre-germinating grass seed is where it's at. I don't know if I could do it for thousands of square feet, but when you have areas that are shit, or areas that you've had to do something in the lawn where you need to replace that, it's great. And again, it's like just rely on what's out there and the people that are out there, because there's some really brilliant and like awesome people that you can just reach out to and ask questions, and they're great. People are just so wonderful when it comes to this stuff. Like I get so many people asking, I get so many pictures of people's lawns where they're like, tell me what to do. And the first thing I tell them to do is just go join the lawn forum online and just click on Cool Season Lawn and just spend the summer reading. It's not that difficult. It's hard work. It's not difficult work. And you have to love it, because this shouldn't feel like a pain in the ass. If it feels like a pain in the ass, then go and do something else. You should really, really enjoy your time in the lawn. I wrote about lawn stuff in my book because it has just meant so much to me, and it has changed me. It was a way to get me out of the house and out of my own head. It made a world of difference. And I was looking for something, and I just didn't know what I was looking for. I just knew that I was in my head too much, and my head and my hands weren't doing anything, and I needed them to start working together. This is what I found. And if it's not for you, it's something else, I don't know. Find it. Find your joy, I guess, is the easiest way to say it. You just have to be willing to put in the time, and like I always say, not be afraid to fail. And I have failed a lot. It's a beautiful day. It's like the most beautiful day right now.